Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
It's been one interesting week for disc golf, especially for this channel, as that Reddit post and vid blew up like a SpaceX launch. And if that's too soon for some, would you rather a Vinny on 17 reference? We had Spring speak out on our rejection. Drew kicks off a week of DGPT partnership talks. All eyes turned to the Go Throw Tour, and even a team event was teased with celebs no less. And much more this week in disc golf. What's up, all you disc generates? It's me, Swiss, and I'm just one half of the disc golf world. The home for all your professional disc golf news, and of course, in a fraction of the time. And you're watching This Week in Disc Golf, where I cover all things disc golf from the past week. We, and myself, have to thank you for all the support, the likes, kind words, and even the haters. You all helped in inspiring us to work that much harder and grow our content even further. Now, there were comments made on the Tour Life by DGPT CEO Jeff Spring that you guys expressed and wished we had responded to. Well, our Wednesday's video was already recorded and edited at that time. So, let's just hit on it briefly now. I want to start off saying, I want to make it clear I have no idea if Jeff was part or privy to our rejection, nor do I want to hint or draw that conclusion whatsoever. I can state media credentials requests are in no way submitted to him directly, and the fact that he says he's willing to speak with us to discuss our situation and a possible solution is a stand-up offer unlike other leaders in most professional sports organizations, which we certainly owe our fans to definitely take him up on that offer. That is, once we explore all our options and see what is now feasible with some other commitments we have since made. But I do want to specifically clarify just one thing. Spring was correct in saying that it was our intention to have a shortened tour, but it was only by 3 less stops than the prior year, and not just a handful of events like he may have been informed. That, and I hope that longevity of stops of tour runs does not hinder the acceptance of others trying to get media access. That would definitely limit a number of creators who were accepted and attended 1 or 2 events last year. Only Wild Runs comes to mind that hit multiple stops last season while being part of the media affiliation. Now, let's move on because there was even more interesting developments besides the overall solid weekend of disc golf. Olympus was perceived well by fans, in large part to all the hard work that was put in by the team that's on site. But the event is also standing on some impressive numbers, as a supposed 8% increase over viewership than last year, while also surpassing the intended attendance numbers at the event also. That's to go along with some DGPT sponsorship announcements, the biggest being a multi-year partnership deal with Zenny's Optical, an industry-leading online retailer, delivering on those outside sponsorship dollars that the community has been clamoring for, which certainly does need to be celebrated, along with the Pivot Agency, which represents the DGPT and brokered the deal. DGPT will feature the Ennies branded Farthest Hole and further promotions, and anything that hopefully can save us from less of those Zuka ads is a win. Now, this news just came shortly after Drew Gibson posted a critical video about the tour not exploring major sponsorship/partnership deal with First Form, who had a very large presence at SFO. They also signed on for even more events this year, including the DGPT Championship. That's to go along with the announcement of individual player sponsorships in AB and Page Shoe. Yet in Drew's video, that does need to be noted, has since been taken down. Allegedly, First Form wanted to have discussions of an even larger sponsorship/partnership deal that was simply ignored or not pursued by the tour. And I'm not too sure what will be more surprising to hear, the fact that we reached out to the DGPT for a statement, or that they actually responded. Jokes aside, there was clarification that DGPT did pitch First Form a year-long sponsorship after the 2023 season, which the brand chose not to move forward with. As for the allegations of an even larger sponsorship offer, I quote, "No one on our team was ever approached about an opportunity that exceeded the year-long deal that we discussed in 2024, and we of course would have been interested in those discussions." Also this week, Go Throw's anticipated tour will have their own kickoff event this weekend at Hideaway Disc Golf Invitational. The 7-stop tour has created a lot of chatter from the community that also accumulates with their very own tour championship. And with their tour points announcement this week, doesn't only paint a better picture, but certainly has me excited also. Points are going to be awarded by not only for event placement, but bonus points for hot rounds, aces, and even eagles. It's a smart move to entice action and aggressiveness from the players, providing more excitement with more runs and loose play, added by the fact that these events are not attached to the PDGA and the ratings that come with it, which further emphasizes the players running every basket. That, and it also provides differing top-heavy pay structure and even a possible partnership with UDisc. These moves are certainly making more and more sense and shouldn't be slept on. But it doesn't stop there, as Go Throw Tour will also be awarding additional points with their participation point system. I absolutely hate the name, but still like the concept. Think less ribbons and more of it as earning additional points for not only attending, but also for posting on social media, using pros who are already engaging their fans through socials in further promotion of the tour. We've always expressed an expansion of this only helps grow the sport, while maybe attracting that large percentage of disc golfers who don't follow the pro game, while also helping allow engagement that cannot be felt at DGPT events, especially if this extends into posts during actual play. Certainly wouldn't hurt in further advertising for a product that is post-round coverage only. Sells the laid-back, fun approach you are selling as a tour, and like we have said so many times before, provides the storylines from the pros themselves, garnering possibly even more engagement. Sprinkle in a festival atmosphere, and though awfully early, shows the potential of what this tour can become. Also this week, and in that very same interview on the Tour Life, Jeff Spring teases a team competition that just might be in the works, one that may even include celebrities.
We're also thinking about teams. That's something maybe down the line that I'm just teasing, but
love to hear it. Love to hear it.
We've tried a little bit with celebrity. We're gonna make another push there. That does cost some money. You got to put a little chunk of change up if you want to get some outside talent. But if you bring in outside celebrity, if you change up, kind of the format and dive into rivalries, we think those are the things that make it more compelling.
I have made it abundantly clear my concerns with team events, but it is also evident many have been calling for such a product. The possible including of celebrities at the very least shows them attacking this model in a different way. Do I believe this moves the needle with people being exposed to the sport? That still depends on the level of celebrity. If we're talking Celebrity Squares fame, most likely not. But if it can move the needle of those playing the sport now who don't consume the professional scene, it just might be enough. Capturing that share that has been estimated at about 80% of all those who play would bring much added revenue that, if invested properly, could see continued growth. Now let's move into some quick hitters. I gotta congratulate Greg Barsby on the engagement announcement and outfit color scheme that reminds me of my couch that I grew up with. Some birthdays also. Albert Tom celebrated with some kayaking, swamp puppies, and fishing. Cupcake partied in the gym, and Parker Welk chose to spend his with his family. Speaking of partying with family, the Discraft team did so with Topgolf. The Finns attended some hockey matches. Jake Hebenheimer does his best Jack Hanna impression, introducing fans to some disc golf wildlife, while Robert Burridge tried to use his disc golf fame to help get animals adopted. Kelvin Heimberg, who I guess is a part-time mechanic, helped out Madison Walker with her ride. Silas Schultz signs with Yeat Street, smart move by them just for that short promo alone. And even some Gannonburr injury slander, which I buried at the bottom of this video because it's a nothing burger. And guys, that wraps up this week in Disc Golf. If you've enjoyed and not subscribed, make sure to do so. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, comment, and share.